Howdy. There is now some very interesting things going on at Popocatepetl, and other people have noticed this as well. One of the most dangerous volcanoes in the world is erupting. And I'm still searching for this, or for these few eruptions, if there would be a live stream where you could get this whole footage. Until now I just found these kind of sped up footages, like where you have a frame every 15 seconds or something. And this is yet another example of these. But I took a look at that, and it's amazing. But now let's have first a quick glimpse into what I've seen from where I extracted the things I found.
A huge worry is that this thing does have a catastrophic eruption really at any point. I want to get to those levels, those alert levels with you, and talk about what kind of eruption could take place. Currently erupting, and you can see that plume of ash, smoke, gases, rock all mixed in. This thing has been throwing rocks out of its crater, so we've been watching that, of course, very carefully. And again, they're going ahead with a lot of the evacuation drills, not so much the evacuations yet. Yesterday and the day before, certain villages, towns had church bells going, signifying the start of an evacuation drill. Those same church bells will signify, hopefully it doesn't happen, but will signify the mass evacuation that may need to take place if this thing does blow. And again, this is the concern. It's one of those things checking all boxes. Volcanoes aren't like short-term weather. It's not a guarantee when you're tracking a storm or a hurricane. A hurricane's easier to track, I should say. That's what I'm trying to say there. When you're dealing with a volcano, these things sometimes take time. But I mentioned when it checks all boxes, you see what's happening for yourself. I like to just show you the facts, exactly what's happening. That's what's happening. The seismic activities happening with it. It's occurring. So with that catastrophic eruption is a possibility, and that's why they're going ahead with the drills. And they're also shutting down some locations, not many.
So now we have seen these eruptions there in the background, and I made a screen recording of it, because here we can see it somehow better and bigger, but we still have the same problem that there is these frames missing, quite a lot. Every 15 seconds or something is a picture. So there is no sound to that. And the thing is, here the eruption starts. He starts to show the eruption. So this is fading from this picture into the first picture where we can see something going on at the volcano. Now it starts to fade, and we have the first picture here in the background of an erupting volcano. And if you zoom into that, you will see once again this same very, very, very interesting feature. Which to me resembles a Berkeley current. And it still has in the other picture of the news. Now I try to move this very... It's really difficult, you know. Going back and forth, just... If you could click on it frame by frame, it would be much easier. That's the next picture. It is not too sharp in a way. But actually now I just noticed here we have already some kind of coloration going on, because this is a theme which I noticed. There is some coloration going on. Now let's put the timestamp up there. You can watch that. Like we have now 33:47, 34:04, 15 seconds missing approximately. And we have the streamers up there. Now let's go just through those. I made already enhanced pictures of that. Immediately when you touch the screen, it starts to move. But anyway, we have to go with that. So now you can see his hands moving, while the picture in the background doesn't move. 3347. Now the picture moves. 3404. His hands are moving, the picture doesn't. Another, yeah, there's time missing. And then this was the first eruption they show, with this sparkling current kind of thing there. And there is a blimp for one frame. Okay, now this was the first one. And then there's the second one. Yeah, there is actually some very interesting clouds still there. Which extend until here. So now the next eruption is something very interesting. I think it's the next one. Yes. Now look closely. The volcano, we have this little ash plume there. Or smoke, or whatever that is. But it's dark. Now it's not dark anymore, but there is one frame in between, or maybe even two. Look at that. I would say the sky is in a way lightening up before there's anything going on here. Because if there would be, I was thinking about this the whole night. If there would be lava rising up here for an eruption, you would expect that the lava, the ash plume, or the smoke plume there at the crater would start to light up here from the bottom, and the radiation of light would go outwards. Because the lava comes from down here, okay? This is how I see the thing. And because now we see that there is lights, or like the clouds are lighting up first, before there's anything going on at the crater itself. You cannot see any glow or whatsoever in this plume. And now it gets really difficult to get the next one. No, it wasn't. It was really easy. And now the sky is lit up much more, and we have this ash plume, which is also lighting up. Or it's a lava explosion, lava eruption. See that? Nothing in the sky, nothing below, except this cloud. Then it lights up in the sky first. Watch the sky. Let's check out the time, which is 52:36. And now let's try to get the next frame where it gets enlightened. 52:51. $52.21. still nothing. Ah. 52:36, 52:51. So I really wonder, I really would like to know how long the light or the sky has been glowing before the eruption started. And also here, this picture I find very interesting, because if we imagine the lava comes up from there and then it expands into all directions. Here we seem to have some kind of a vortex. Or there are two empty spaces here. And somehow I could see this kind of, if there would be something going down here and something pushing up from here, it could start to curl. And this is in a way how it looks like. But this is just how it looks like. Also we have the lava bombs with an elongated shape due to the possible lightning adjustments in the camera. But we have also these structures here, which are perpendicular. And they don't really aim at the crater of the volcano at all. If you would take this one here and you just put a rather straight line, it would miss the volcano. So we probably have to assume that their origin is somewhere else than the crater. Also, I have to mention that there is another cloud which is lighting up during the process or the event. Yeah, you can see it really at the edge here. This is the vortex. Then we get the streamers. And there is also this color anomaly. 53, 32 maybe. There is something, you know. All of a sudden it's somehow brownish or reddish and some bluish. Here we have bluish. Here we have reddish, brownish also here. And we have these lines. Whatever they are, and the last lava bombs, they are still dropping down here. So these aren't lava bombs. They go into the wrong direction. Then we go to the next eruption. I still have many screenshots. Yeah, I think the memory of my phone is going to be full soon again. So this is the next eruption. Let's see if I can. There is this little cloud there in the crater. And there is actually this thing here, which is a little bit moving and then disappears. Now it's gone. But there is actually appearing this kind of streak here, this kind of T shape. But the real action, what I noticed is going on here. This might be just some camera issue, or it might be not. Because before we get the ash plume or eruption plume, we get this. There is something, it's not really visible, but we have this kind of shape here with these features up here. 52, 59. Now let's go to the next frame and try to remember this time. 52, 59. That's the next frame we can see here. 52, 59. So this might be just some camera issue. But I think it's interesting nonetheless. Volcanologists might be like when they are watching my videos, but let's continue. Because this is developing. This is the picture we just saw. Then it goes a little bit, or it starts to fall down, but we get, there is still one thing remaining here. And then the cloud goes on. But there is still more. There is one eruption. The eruption starts, we get one layer, and there's another layer upon this, which also gets enlightened, brightened up. And from this layer of clouds which got ignited, which could be also plasma, they just could have been created in an instant, these clouds. We have the streamers. From this layer, if that's some atmospheric layer, it could be, or I think it's very a part of the whole explanation of this phenomena, the atmospheric layers, double layers. And here we have remnants of the streamers or plasmoids or whatever they are called. And maybe the atmospheric layer being part of the whole thing is the reason why they are going upwards and not downwards. Because they are moving within this, in the next layer. And then the eruption goes on, and then we have a daylight eruption. And maybe you can see it, but I think here are clouds developing very quickly. Or it could be just the sun starting to shine on those rocks. Maybe it's the sun. Let's go with the sun, much easier to explain to people. And also here, there's all of a sudden a white cloud appearing somewhere here. See? Small one. And then we get another eruption. There's another cloud already all of a sudden appearing. There's nothing in between. So we could also assume that's just heat which coming up there and it condenses into clouds. But it's still a stream of energy. Oh man. There's another cloud appearing just before the ash plume is reaching. missed. Here. And then we have to watch the peak, because there's all of a sudden there's clouds there. There's a cloud appearing and it just hovers there and then it disappears. Seems to go into the ash plume. And then there's another one appearing somewhere here and then disappearing. And it's rather, here we can see already something going on. Did we miss it already? Yes. A cloud appearing and disappearing. So now let's have a watch still at the enhanced pictures of that. Yeah, I just noticed it's a very long video already, but hang on. That's the original screenshot. Maybe that's one. Yeah, that's the next. 35. Yes. This is before the eruption. Enhanced screenshot, and maybe there is something already visible because there is something greenish. Original screenshot. Yeah, and I think it would somehow match with the same region. And now here we have the original screenshot. That's the same thing enhanced. So there is obviously something here and something here. Again, it's rather colorful. But there's this kind of a shape here. That's the next screenshot, unenhanced, enhanced. And there seems to be still this kind of a channel here. Next screenshot where I talked about the vortex, which could indicate that there is something going down there too, not only up, as these things do. Yeah, maybe it just looks like a vortex. Maybe it's not. But I still wonder how there's like these kind of holes there in this plume. Something must have created these places where is different kind of density of material. The original screenshot, the enhanced screenshot. I think that's, they had two frames from the same thing. One was a bit blurry and the other one was a bit sharper. I think that's maybe the sharper one of those two. They're really mean. And we have once again this color. There's all of a sudden bluish and reddish or brownish. Now, I know that this guy's shirt, there is something colored too. And I don't know, this might be a reflection from some camera studios or something. But maybe it's something really different. Because we have these lines here. I don't know what that means. Yeah, now let's go just through the pictures. You can stop the video whenever you want to. Maybe there's something going on here too. This is where the ominous cloud appears. which also could have some kind of a structure here. So now let's go just forward, because it's already a very long video. And now we have the coloration once again. Enhanced. But also his sleeve is violet, so I don't know. This might be just something, but somehow it seems to me that it is in the video footage. Otherwise we would have this glow all the time. But there's just certain frames where we have this colorful glow. Ah yeah, now I remember. Here in the background, maybe it's just because of those lava bombs, but there is this cloud which has some kind of structure to it. Or it's just a crossing lava bombs. Because once I took a picture of a cloud which in a way looked like this one here. That one. I couldn't find yet the original picture. But that's a cloud from Finland, and these, they were moving. It was like a standing wave in a way in the cloud. And that's still much more enhanced picture. And this was way higher than those clouds on the left and right. This was very interesting. But back to volcanoes. So that's the next picture, and we have again something translucent, or how to put it. And now here we have the thing which remains in the air. Yeah, that looks funny. Yeah, that's just the end of the eruption. There is nothing too much going on anymore. Maybe except the sky is lighting up again. But this could also be due to lava glow, as they are explaining all the time. That's obviously the next eruption. There is something here, maybe. Yes, there is. And also up here. This could be an atmospheric double layer. Do you see the shape here? It's like a funnel. And maybe I should enhance this once then. It's already enhanced. Yeah, it's still there. And we have also something going on here. And streamers starting from here again. Maybe from that layer. And the thing on top is still there. This could be a vortex structure in the sky, this round thing there with the funnel. Yeah, we have still the streamers. And this. So now we had 3 frames, I think. So this would mean we have more than half a minute, 45 seconds. Now if you would get all the frames, the whole video, that would be probably so much more stuff to discover. And here we have this coloration. These are lava bombs. These are streamers which are going upwards. These are the remnants of the streamers. They are not too well visible, but visible nonetheless. This was actually the last picture. So let's end this video with this screenshot where the sky lights up before the volcano lights up. Very interesting. Thank you. Bye.